Welcome to the channel. Today we're diving straight into the most overlooked red flags you need to watch for when buying a used car. If you miss these, you could be stuck with expensive repairs and endless headaches. So let's get right into it. You're about to learn how to spot the hidden dangers before you buy your next ride. Let's start with the exterior because a car's body can tell you a lot about its history, sometimes more than the seller will. One of the first things you should do is walk around the car and look at the alignment of the doors, hood, and trunk. Are the gaps between panels even? If not, this could be a sign of previous collision damage. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, improper repairs after crashes can compromise a vehicle's safety in future accidents. For example, if you notice the passenger door sits higher than the driver's, or the trunk doesn't close flush, it's possible the frame is bent or wasn't repaired correctly after a crash. Example: I once inspected a compact sedan where the front fender was slightly out of line with the hood. The seller said it was just cosmetic, but a vehicle history report later revealed it had been in a front-end collision. Next, check for paint that doesn't match. Stand at an angle in good daylight, and look for panels that are glossier, duller, or just a slightly different shade. According to Consumer Reports, paint overspray around door edges or on rubber trim is a classic sign of a quick, low-quality repair job. Tip: run your finger along the edge of the panels. If it feels rough, or if you see a clear line where new paint meets old, that's a sign of repainting. Look for wavy reflections in the panels, which can indicate poor bodywork. Also, check for rust, especially around the wheel wells under the doors and on the frame. The NHTSA warns that rust can weaken a car's structure and, in severe cases, make it unsafe to drive. Example: a friend bought a used truck with just a little rust under the door. Within a year, the rust had spread, causing a hole in the floor and a $2,000 repair bill. Pro tip: bring a small magnet. If it doesn't stick in certain spots, there might be body filler hiding accident damage. Tires are often overlooked, but they can tell you a lot about a car's health. Check the tread depth on all 4 tires. You can use a penny. Insert it into the tread with Lincoln's head upside down. But don't just look at depth, look for uneven wear. If the inside edge is bald but the outside is fine, that's a sign of alignment or suspension problems. Replacing a full set of tires isn't cheap. According to Kelley Blue Book, a set of 4 tires can cost anywhere from $400 to over $1,200 depending on the vehicle. Example: I once helped a buyer who was thrilled with a low price on a used SUV, until we realized all 4 tires were worn unevenly and needed replacing, plus a $180 alignment. Even if the tread looks good, check the age. Tires have a dot code on the sidewall. The last 4 digits show the week and year of manufacture. Tip: if you see cracks in the sidewall or between treads, that's dry rot. Time for new tires. Now let's take a look under the hood, because what's inside matters just as much as what's outside. Check the coolant reservoir. The fluid should be bright green, orange, or pink depending on the type. If it's rusty, brown, or murky, that could indicate a neglected cooling system or even a blown head gasket. Pull out the dipstick and wipe it clean. Insert it again and check the oil's color and consistency. Fresh oil should be amber and clear, while dirty oil will be dark and gritty. If you smell burnt oil, or if the oil looks milky, that's a sign of internal engine problems. Example: I once checked a used car that looked spotless on the outside, but the oil was black and thick. Turns out the previous owner skipped oil changes, leading to engine sludge. Transmission repairs are some of the most expensive, so check the fluid. It should be bright red and clean. Don't forget brake and power steering fluids. Low or dirty fluid can indicate leaks or poor maintenance. Pro tip: if you see any leaks under the car, especially oil or coolant, that's a big red flag. Before you even start driving, sit in the driver's seat and turn the key to the on position. All the dashboard warning lights should come on briefly, then go off. If any stay lit, especially the check engine, ABS, or airbag light, there could be serious issues. Bring an OBD2 scanner with you. They're less than $30 online. Plug it into the port under the dashboard and check for stored trouble codes. Example: I once scanned a used car that had no lights on, but the scanner showed a code for a misfiring cylinder. The repair would have cost over $1,500. If the airbag light is on, the airbags may not deploy in a crash. According to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, proper airbag function is critical for your safety. Don't ignore the ABS or traction control lights. These systems are essential for safe driving, especially in bad weather. Mileage isn't just a number, it's a story about how much life a car has left. Generally, the higher the mileage, the more wear and tear on the engine, transmission, suspension, and other parts. Ask for maintenance records. A high-mileage car that's been regularly serviced is often a better bet than a low-mileage car with no history. Example: I once compared two nearly identical SUVs. The first had 80,000 miles but no service records. The second had 120,000 miles but a folder of receipts for every oil change, brake job, and major service. Check if the car is due for major services. Timing belts, for example, often need replacement between 60,000 and 100,000 miles. Use reputable services like Carfax or AutoCheck to check the vehicle's history. They can reveal accidents, title issues, odometer rollbacks, and more. A thorough test drive is your best chance to spot hidden problems. Does the car shift smoothly? Any hesitation, slipping, or clunking? That's a red flag. Listen for rattles, clunks, or grinding sounds. Feel for vibrations in the steering wheel or seat. These could be signs of alignment, tire, or suspension issues. Example: I once test drove a sedan that vibrated above 45 miles per hour. Turns out it needed new wheel bearings and tires, another $800 in repairs. Test the brakes at various speeds. Any squealing, grinding, or pulsing could mean worn pads, warped rotors, or other issues. Drive over bumps and around corners. Does the car feel stable? Any knocking or bouncing could indicate worn suspension parts. Turn on the AC and heat. Does it blow cold and hot quickly? Strange smells or weak airflow can mean expensive repairs. Example: I test drove a car where the AC only worked while driving, not at idle. The compressor was failing, a $700 fix. Try parking, reversing, and making tight turns. Listen for any unusual noises and make sure the steering feels responsive. Modifications can be fun, but they come with risks. Look for reputable brands and professional installation. Cheap or poorly installed parts can cause reliability issues. Example: I once saw a sports car with a turbo kit. The install was messy, with wires everywhere. The seller admitted it was fun but unreliable. Definitely not a daily driver. Cars that have been raced or heavily modified tend to have more wear and tear. According to the FTC, modifications can also void warranties and complicate insurance claims. Some modifications, like removing catalytic converters or installing loud exhausts, can make the car illegal to drive on public roads. The Environmental Protection Agency warns that tampering with emissions systems is a federal offense and can result in hefty fines. Always check the car's history before you buy. Services like Carfax and AutoCheck can tell you if the car has been in an accident, had flood damage, or has a salvage title. According to the National Insurance Crime Bureau, thousands of flood-damaged cars are cleaned up and resold every year, often with hidden electrical problems. Make sure the title is clean and matches the seller's name. Avoid cars with salvage, rebuilt, or flood titles unless you're prepared for serious repairs. Check for signs of odometer fraud. If the wear on the pedals, seats, and steering wheel doesn't match the mileage, be suspicious. The NHTSA estimates that more than 450,000 cars are sold each year with false odometer readings. There you have it. Those are the most common and costly red flags to watch for when buying a used car. Remember, a careful inspection and a little homework can save you thousands and keep you safe on the road. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and share this video with anyone you know who's in the market for a used car. Your support helps us bring you more real-world car buying tips and honest advice. Watch this next video